Hello builder, thesambaaku here, and this is my YouTube channel. It's a hub of consistent value content and inspiration that can 10x your life, your mindset, and anything you are building. Today I want us to have a conversation on a very important subject, the subject of failure and inadequacy in our generation and time. Because of what our generation is exposed to, I have seen that a lot of the young people that walk up to me and ask questions feel that they are not adequate, and they are afraid to fail. They feel that they are not adequate and they are afraid to fail. What I have on this subject, actually the whole conversation came up when one of my partners and then team member Kelvin called me one day and said, I have a problem. So what's your problem? He said, okay, I have a problem that all that I'm doing I may fail, and also I'm not adequate for what I am doing. So I said, okay, let's dive into it. How do you see failure? Because I was trying to get his mental programming. A lot of these things, what I have seen is that it is mental programming. What precipitates the desire that comes into us on failure, on fear, inadequacy is mental programming. So I said, what is your mental programming? He said, okay, I really want to go out and build whatever I want to build because I want my family to be better. But in as much as I want to build it, I'm afraid that I may fail, and that failure may cause the family not to be better. I said, okay, fine. So now we have established that you have a drive, which is important in your journey. The drive is your why. So the drive now is his family. Why do you feel that you will fail? He said, because maybe it may not work, and then when it is not working, it means that everything has just come to naught. Then I realized that, okay, let's have the conversation. Guys, I want you to understand that failure and feeling inadequate are good things. It depends on the perspective and your mental programming on it. Personally, I am somebody who capitalizes on what is called pain. So the moment I realize that I have failed at a thing, it gives me the pain in order to be better. It is your mental programming. I have realized that for a lot of us, the moment we are failing, we come to a point where we lose grasp on the value and the lesson that comes with it. I say pain is an asset. It is either it makes you better or it makes you bitter. It's an asset. It can make you a better person or it can make you a bitter person. So I told him, Kelvin, you have to actually feel inadequate, because inadequate is a cure for complacency. Inadequate is also a cure for comfortability. The moment anybody in his quest to build start feeling adequate, start feeling that, okay, I'm at a point where I know it all, I can do it all, you become comfortable. Let's say the truth. What propels you to keep learning is because you keep feeling that you are inadequate and you can't do it. What propels you to keep going is because of that little feeling. It's an asset, actually, to feel inadequate. You see, when asset is placed in your hand, what you do with it is what matters. There are people who get this same inadequacy and turn it into something that will just stop their journey. But for me, and the mindset I want you to have as a builder in this journey, is to have this inadequacy feeling, have it, and program yourself that this is an asset. Because, for instance, I want to learn social media marketing, and then I've seen the gurus doing amazing thing in the space. So now I start feeling that, am I really adequate to launch out in this career? That should be the premise which you would actually build and go in strong. That should be the premise within which you would actually stand tall and say, I'm going for this because of this. And anytime you are feeling this inadequate, it puts you at a place where you're not comfortable. Comfort zones are killing zones. The moment you are comfortable in the zone, you are dead. So I want us, this subject matter, to come across to us as builders as something that is an asset, like failure. It is what you learn from failure. When you are not learning what you have to learn from failure, it means that you cannot progress and build to become successful. I know that in this our online space, everybody tell you that it is good to fail. It is good to fail. Yes, it is good to fail. Maybe you have not really considered the subject in that matter. It is good to fail. But you see, what you use failure for is what will propel you. So, see failure as an asset, and then see inadequacy as an asset. That is what gives you the drive and the edge to consistently keep learning. I have a concept called the concept of continuous learning. Anytime a man feels adequate, he fails to continually learn. The moment you feel adequate, you feel that, oh, I'm a graphic designer and oh, now I know all my works. Then what again is there to learn? The cessation of life is when a man feels that he's competent to do everything. At a point in time in your journey, in your core, you have to feel incompetent. That is where you will seek life. That is where you keep going. That is where you keep moving. That is where you keep doing what you have to do. So I want this message to come across. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I want this message to come across to you well, that failure is an asset. Inadequacy is what supplies life, the life that keeps you going. Cheers, guys. I'll continue some other time on this subject, maybe in the broader view, and then